There is a product sitting on your kitchen table right now that wipes out every ant colony on your property within 24 hours. Not just the worker ants marching across your counter, the colony, the queen, the entire underground reproductive structure that keeps producing hundreds of new workers every single day, no matter how many times you spray them. Gone. Permanently. For less than $1. Not a $15 can of Raid that kills the ants you can see and leaves the colony completely untouched underground. Not a $30 perimeter spray that breaks down in sunlight within 3 days and needs reapplication every 2 weeks. Not a $250 pest control visit from an exterminator who puts you on a quarterly plan at $600 to $1,200 a year for a problem that a 1-pound container of table salt solves in a single afternoon. The product is plain white table salt. The exact same thing sitting in a shaker on your kitchen table right now. A 1-pound container costs less than $1 at any grocery store. Mixed with powdered sugar as a delivery system and applied correctly, worker ants carry the salt directly back to the queen. She ingests it. Her reproductive cycle shuts down. Within 24 hours, the colony begins to collapse from the inside. No chemicals, no technician, no recurring invoice. The global pest control industry generates over $20 billion a year. Companies like Orkin, Terminix, and Rent-A-Kill dominate the franchise listings. Brands like Raid, Ortho, and Hotshot control the retail shelf space. Every single one of those products and services is designed around one principle: repeat purchase. A spray that kills worker ants without touching the queen guarantees you buy another can next month. A quarterly service contract that manages the problem without eliminating it guarantees the exterminator comes back 4 times a year. The entire business model depends on your problem never being permanently solved. They did not suppress this because it failed. They buried it because a $1 solution that eliminates the colony permanently cannot sustain a $20 billion industry. This is the story of salt-based ant elimination, the cheapest pest control method ever documented, and the one technique a $20 billion industry prays you never try in your own kitchen. If these stories matter to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. Now let me take you back to where this all begins. In the 1940s and 1950s, agricultural researchers and homesteaders across the American South were dealing with massive fire ant invasions that had spread from South American port cities into the Gulf Coast states. These communities had no pesticide budget and no hardware store on every corner. They used what they had. Simple minerals, natural compounds, kitchen staples. They documented results that were staggering. Complete colony collapse, permanent elimination, zero cost beyond the pantry ingredients. Those findings were published in small agricultural bulletins, shared between farmers, and passed down in rural communities from one generation to the next. Then in 1956, the American chemical industry began its first coordinated push to sell synthetic pesticides to households, companies that would eventually become the giants behind Raid, Ortho, and the entire modern pest control industry poured millions into marketing campaigns designed to make homeowners feel helpless, dependent, and afraid. They lobbied universities to defund natural remedy research. They sponsored studies that dismissed household mineral solutions as ineffective. And the agricultural bulletins that documented salt-based colony elimination quietly disappeared from circulation. The knowledge survived in farming communities, homesteading guides, and the memories of rural families who never stopped using what worked. It simply vanished from the consumer awareness of every suburban household that the chemical industry needed as customers. Now here's what happens at the biological level when salt contacts an ant colony, and this is the part the pest control industry does not want explained in plain language. Salt kills ants through a process called osmotic dehydration. When an ant contacts concentrated salt particles or a saturated salt solution, the sodium chloride draws moisture out of the ant's body through its exoskeleton via osmosis. The cells lose water faster than the insect can replace it. The ant dies from dehydration within minutes of sustained exposure. But here's what makes this method fundamentally different from every spray you've ever used. Salt does not evaporate. Salt does not break down in sunlight. Salt does not become ineffective after 3 days. It stays on the surface where you applied it. It waits, and every ant that crosses it dies. A spray gives you 30 minutes of protection. A crystallized salt barrier gives you months. The real power is in the delivery mechanism. Worker ants exist to carry food back to the colony and feed the queen. That is their entire biological purpose. When you mix fine-grained table salt with powdered sugar, The sugar acts as an attractant. Worker ants cannot distinguish the salt from the sugar at the particle level. They pick up the mixture and carry it underground, directly into the colony, directly to the queen. She ingests the contaminated food. The salt disrupts her internal fluid balance and shuts down her reproductive output. Without new workers being produced, the colony cannot sustain itself. Within 24 hours, the social structure begins to collapse. Within 48 hours, the trail is gone. No commercial spray on the market reaches the queen. That is by design. Kill the workers, leave the queen alive, and the customer buys another can next month. Salt, delivered through the colony's own feeding behavior, reaches the queen on the first application. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about ant biology than 99% of homeowners, and most of the call center representatives booking quarterly pest control visits. Subscribe and share this with someone still writing $200 checks to an exterminator for a problem that costs less than $1 to solve permanently. Now stay with me, because what comes next is the part they really do not want you to hear. The American pest control industry generated over $20 billion in revenue in 2024 alone, growing at nearly 8% per year. The average pest control visit costs between $150 and $300. Quarterly plans run $600 to $1,200 per year. One family in Texas paid $800 for a full perimeter treatment, and the ants were back inside the house within 3 weeks. A homeowner in Florida spent over $2,000 across 2 years and was still dealing with fire ants every summer. The store-bought sprays are no better. The average household spends $30 to $60 per year on retail ant products that kill worker ants without touching the colony. You are paying to play a game of whack-a-mole that the industry engineered to never end. You cannot patent table salt. You cannot trademark sodium chloride. You cannot create a subscription service for a product that every grocery store sells for less than $1. You cannot build a $20 billion industry around a kitchen staple that permanently eliminates the problem on the first application. And you cannot justify a $250 exterminator visit when the homeowner can mix salt and sugar in a bowl and let the ants carry it to their own queen. So the industry did what every industry does when a cheap, unpatentable solution threatens a high-margin service model. They trained their sales representatives to tell homeowners that natural remedies are ineffective or even dangerous. They designed products that kill worker ants on contact, so the customer feels immediate satisfaction without realizing the colony is untouched. They built a quarterly service model that managed the symptom at precisely the level required to keep you paying without ever solving the underlying problem. And they relied on the assumption that no suburban homeowner would ever read a 1950s agricultural bulletin from rural Alabama. I need to be honest about the limitations because credibility matters. Salt works devastatingly well on most common household ant species, including pavement ants, odorous house ants, and fire ants. It is less documented against carpenter ants, which nest inside wood rather than soil and have different feeding patterns that may reduce bait uptake. For carpenter ant infestations causing structural damage, professional assessment of the wood damage itself may still be necessary even if the colony is eliminated. Salt in high concentrations will kill plant roots and damage soil fertility, so never pour concentrated salt directly onto garden beds, lawns, or a soil you care about. Keep treatments to hard surfaces, entry points, concrete paths, and isolated mound treatments away from vegetation. Now here is exactly what to do. Follow every step in order. Step 1. Identify every ant trail in and around your property. Do this in the morning between 7 and 9 a.m., when worker ants are most active. Follow each trail without disturbing it. Find where it enters your home and where it leads outside. That exterior endpoint is as close to the colony entrance as you're going to get. Mark those spots. Step 2. Prepare your salt bait mixture. Mix 1 cup of fine-grained table salt with 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and 1 tablespoon of water. Just enough water to make the mixture slightly damp, not wet, not soaking. The sugar is your delivery system. Ants are attracted to it. They pick it up, they carry it home, and the salt goes with it straight to the queen. Do not use sea salt or rock salt. Fine-grained table salt only. The particle size matters for absorption through the exoskeleton and for ingestion. Step 3. Place small amounts of the mixture, about half a teaspoon each, directly on the ant trails you identified. Do not place it in a line. Place it in small, flat mounds that ants can walk through and pick up from. Position them at the entry point into your home, at every trail intersection, and as close to the colony entrance outside as possible. Use a bottle cap or a small piece of foil as a tray. Step 4. Prepare your perimeter barrier. Dissolve 1 cup of dry table salt completely in 1 liter of warm water. Pour or spray this saturated solution along every threshold, windowsill, and crack where ants enter your home. The water evaporates. The salt crystallizes in place and stays there permanently until physically washed away, creating a barrier that dehydrates any ant attempting to cross it. Reapply every 2 weeks outdoors or immediately after rain. Step 5. For any ant mounds you can physically locate in your yard, pour 2 cups of dry salt directly into the mound opening. Then immediately pour 1 liter of boiling water on top. The boiling water carries the salt deep into the tunnel system, flooding every chamber. Do not stand directly over the mound when you do this. Fire ants will swarm immediately. Wear closed shoes, pour, and step back. Step 6. Do not use salt directly on plants or soil you care about. Salt in high concentrations kills plant roots and makes soil uninhabitable for years. For garden beds, use the bait mixture only, placed on hard surfaces or foil trays near the trails. Never pour directly onto soil. Within 2 to 4 hours, worker ants will actively engage with the bait mixture, picking it up and carrying it underground. Within 12 hours, trail activity slows significantly as contaminated material reaches the queen and disrupts the colony's food supply and reproductive output. Within 24 hours, most homeowners who follow this method correctly report that visible ant activity has dropped by 80 to 90%. By 48 hours, the trail is gone. A homeowner in Central Florida documented her use of this method on a fire ant infestation that had taken over her entire backyard in 2023. 3 large mounds, countless satellite trails, 2 previous summers of professional treatment totaling over $1,100. She applied the salt bait mixture in the mound treatment on a Saturday morning. By Monday evening, all 3 mounds were inactive. Her total cost was 87 cents. 2 years later, no reinfestation. Her neighbor continues paying $480 per year on a quarterly service plan for the same species of fire ant in an adjacent yard. The chemistry inside that $15 can of Raid is a synthetic pyrethroid that kills worker ants on contact, breaks down within hours, and never reaches the queen. The chemistry inside a $1 container of table salt has been dehydrating biological tissue through osmosis since the first ocean evaporated on the surface of the earth. One requires a marketing department, a distribution network, and a recurring purchase cycle engineered into the product. The other requires a bowl, a spoon, and 5 minutes of your morning. $20 billion in annual pest control revenue depends on you never mixing a cup of table salt with 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. $15 spray cans depend on you believing that killing worker ants is the same thing as killing the colony. And $250 exterminator visits depend on you never learning that the ants will carry the solution to the queen themselves if you give them the right mixture. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared from consumer awareness because it worked too well and cost too little for anyone to build a quarterly service contract around it. Osmotic dehydration does not care about marketing budgets. Sodium chloride does not negotiate with franchise fees. And a mineral that has been drying organic tissue since before life crawled out of the ocean has never charged a licensing fee. If this video changed how you think about the ants in your kitchen, the spray can under your sink, or the $1 container of table salt sitting on your counter right now, then subscribe and share it now. Every single share puts this knowledge in front of someone the pest control industry assumed would never mix 2 pantry ingredients in a bowl. And every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the secrets they thought were sealed forever.